Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. You might hear my voice a little bit clearer now. Finally got a headset, so hopefully now it's solved all those problems. We've just had a war. We've finished up today versus the old Ruskies, Brigade of 58. Now, yeah, 67 or 61 in a 25-man war. 6-point win's quite good. We did only get just under the 90%, but was a pretty good war all round for us. There's quite a few things I'll show this war. They didn't do too well on our 10s. 3 1-stars there, another 1-star. They've left Barndo 81B and a couple of TH9s, so they didn't do too well themselves. It's just one of those things, I guess. So for us, they had 10 Town Hall 10s, and we've hit the bottom 2 for 3s, and then 3-starred everything else, of course. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is a bit of a laugh. Is the attack versus clan mascot. Now this was the 5th attack versus this base this war. I've tried a different clan castle this war, and it was a bit of a pisser. I've had to record this separately on the side with sound because I had a good old laugh. He sent a couple of giants and they've been pinged off, then a couple of hogs. And what he's aiming to do here was he was hoping his hog would actually draw the clan castle, but because there's no defences in the middle there, they just sort of muck around in the bottom here, killing some buildings. He's drawn the clan castle, which is a dragon and a healer. This is the first time I've tried a healer in a clan castle. I wasn't aware that they were healing heroes at the moment. Last time I used them in a defense, they were healing the buildings, and to see that there, yeah, kind of gave me a bit of a stiffy. So he kills the dragon, and then releases his hogs en masse. Down the bottom there, away they go. Now as soon as the Teslas come up, that absolutely redirects all hogs. So whether they're killing a building or not, bang, and tick tick boom, as I like to sort of type out, smoking, away they go, dead hogs. And pretty much, Archie, I think you're going to make fail of the month for this one, buddy. We all had a good old laugh. This is one of the things we've had in our clan for a while now, and it's always good. We get behind clan mascot and have a bit of a laugh at the defense, but the healer definitely worked. Hopefully once we get some bigger heroes up on this account, then yeah, you'd be laughing. Alright, some of the attacks I want to roll through for different reasons. So number one here was Susie's hit 62%. And the main reason I want to have a look at this base here is the use. She's gone down with 3 poisons. Not many people use multiple poisons often. People normally leave them, so it was a pretty simple attack. She's gone in four golems, 4 points, and then entered in through the middle here. So it's pretty straightforward. She's taken the 2 freezers, and as the clan castle starts to come out, she's just soaked up that freeze, and I'll pause it here. What's happening? The freeze is coming down at the moment, but you can see now he's got archers, a couple minions, and 4 or 5 loons there. So what's happened is she's frozen the first few, and you can see these multiple poisons down. Now if you actually do watch this, watch how quick these back loons go. Now one of the things, bang, all gone. So a couple of those did actually take some damage from these units here that were shooting, but that was the poison. When you use multiple poison, the way they've designed it is 2 poisons in one place actually speeds it up along. The problem is if you're going to use 2 poisons, it leaves you a half spell. What do you do with it? So Susie's taken in the 3rd poison, I guess just out of the effect that a level 1 earthquake's not going to do too much. So that was Susie's opening on that. Got rid of the clan castle, really effective. So don't forget about it, guys. It's not a bad little option. If you don't need spells, I know on my 9.5 with Barndo 81B, I don't always need all of my spells, so sometimes I might take a 3rd rage, and you don't really need 3 rage, or I might take a 3rd jump. But what's good about this attack too is if you have a look, Susie's only got 20 and 24 on her heroes, and they're not huge heroes, but if she's knocking out number 1s, then that means a lot of our guys with the big heroes can go further down. And as Susie could probably tell you, it's not the size of your heroes, it's how you use them. Alright, so let's get to the end of this one. That was the 62. Next one I'm going to show is an attack by JDam on number 7, not because it was a super special attack, but mainly what the effect of this guy's clan castle did. Jadome actually had quite a smart opening where he used a loon up the top here and a loon down the bottom to get rid of these point defences, or the mortar's not a point defence, but it's get rid of those, and that's then opened up the base for him to be able to get a good amount of percentage and also herd up nice and quick. So in come the golems. So he's got a good chunk of this base. It looks like he was going to get quite high up in the percentage, but I'll show you why he hasn't. His jump goes in. Now it's very late on his freeze. He really should have used his freeze much earlier. Have a look at all these archers, just big massive archers. Now his poison's only incorporated the first few, and along with the skeletons, it's just slowed everything down. His queen's been stuck pinging away at these guys for ages. So he's turned what would have been a 60, 70, even maybe 80 plus percentage into very close to a 1 star, based just all on the fact that he had all archers in his clan castle. So it's good to see now with the new spell variations, different options are going to become available now in wars. Next attack I'm going to show is Hoff's attack versus number 9. Now I did an open on this with clan mascot. It's got no blowers, it's got all expos on ground, and he's got all of his air defense along here. So what Hoff's done is he's gone in with the GoLaLoon, opened up with his golems up top, entered them in, and then jumped. Now I'll just pause once he's got his jump. Now what he's done is he's chose to jump here because he's aiming to kill these air defenses and that air defense there if he can get it. He's not too concerned about the Inferno because he's taken the 2 frees to go with it. So he's gone in knowing that he's not wanting to kill the Inferno. Otherwise he would have had to have rotated his attack just a touch further along here and jump into the middle to try and get that, which would mean he might miss out on the second air defense. Poison goes down. In come the heroes. Now he's still got all of his spells bar that 1 jump and poison, and he's got, instead of using rages, he's gone with the 4 haste. It's good because you've got a lot of map to cover with those balloons once he gets in there. So he's got those 2 air defenses down. Queen's still pew-pewing away. Now I'll just pause. One thing I wanted to show was this archer tower sitting up the top here is all by itself, but that was shooting the golems beforehand, and it's also now going to effectively kill his queen. If he had have used 1 or 2 loons there, that would have left his queen alive for a shitload longer and kept it up to be able to go through. So now in comes his heir, but if he had have got rid of that archer tower, she'd still be alive. So in comes his loons. He's got a really good spread, and that's going to allow these main loons here to push through. So that's his second freeze there. He's still got a hound alive, plenty of balloons, he's still got another haste. It's also worth mentioning is these minions. He's used these up the top here, which was the start of his air. The reason you do that is because the loons are going to finish at the other end and they're going to be killing all these buildings, whereas you're then going to have all the shit at the start that you need to clear up. So he's done that really well. Quite a few loons left at the end. He's still got a hound that's got a little bit of life left in it. So really good 3-star. It's good to have you back, Hoff. Hoff's our dirty bugger in the clan. So if you ever need a laugh, just look at his face and he'll let you know. Susie's attack on 10. So not only did she hit the number 1 for 2 stars, she's coming for a 3-star on the Town Hall 10. This got a few hits from some ground units. It's not a real highly progressed Town Hall 10. Level 2 Infernos, only level 2 Expos and Town Hall 9 defences, but she's coming from the left hand side here with a GoLaLoon. Susie does a little bit differently with the rage spells and the 1 freeze. I'll speed that up. It's worth mentioning Susie, maybe just a touch too early on the jump. It's good to get a few of these buildings down first and then your wizards moving up, so your golems don't either get too far in front or get smashed by these extra defences at the back here. So that's important to keep that in mind. So now everything starts to move up. Good timing on the hero drop. Now these loons come out of the clan castle. Again, we don't know that they were in there. Oh, so she would have known that they were in there. Timed the poison up, slowed them down. and the Queen will sort of shoot a few of those. So the King and the Golems get that Inferno down. That leaves the Queen here. She's parked off to kill this. She'll then also kill the Archer Tower. So the heroes have done excellent. They've gotten everything they need that she's aiming for, and she'll start her air element. So Susie's gone with the 3 hounds, 1 hound for each air defense, and some loons to go with it. So what I do like about watching Susie's is, you see, she's quite patient with her spells. She just doesn't spam them down like I might in some of my raids. So down goes 1, down goes 2, and away we go. Good timing on the freeze just as the loons start to push up to it. Probably could have used the rage now, so these loons all stayed in the in the rage effect. But as you see, there's a shitload of loons left at the end. So she's got all of these pups to clean up and stuff like that. A few archers just in case. Well done, Susie. That was an excellent raid. Next one I'm going to show you is my hit on number 12. That's with Barndo 82. This base was opened. We're aware there was a hound in the clan castle, and all of these air defences have a bomb of each, so a red and a black loon bomb on each one. And I decided to do a Queen Walk. I could have GoLaLooned it as well. You could GoLaLoon in here and get the same sort of effect, but I just thought I'd do something different, get a Queen Walk going. Big thing I find with Queen Walk is making sure I use it as a farming army, so I'll use 8 healers farming with my Queen, and you know, you get huge amounts of dark elixir quite easily with it. But one of the key focuses is making sure you herd your Queen. I call it herding your cattle. Sort of, I started doing that when I started warring at Town Hall 8 with dragons. That's where I sort of learnt big time to herd. This Queen's range didn't go to these wall breakers, so you know that was going to open there. And a couple extra loons, minions. Down the King comes down here. I know the King was going to kill that, go off next to there, and then hopefully get those 2 defences. That's what I was hoping for. He did only get the 1, but the minion kept going. So the Queen's come in, she's killed that air defence, drawn the clan castle. I did use the 1 rage just to speed it up a little bit. I was very aware of time. Now I'll pause here. I was very aware of the time, but I did have a lot of haste available for the air element, and I had the 2 rage. So normally with a GoLaLoon I'll use 1 jump, 1 rage for the heroes, so that did give me a little bit of freedom. I've sent both my hounds in this direction. They're into the middle for this one. I knew the first hound would die quite quickly, so you see he's low. The loons are only just starting to come out. There's no haste, no spells on at the moment, but I'll drop them shortly. Down the rage to get the bigger radius, and then started with the hastes. A few minions out the back here just to get them going. Still got 1 haste available. So a little bit of luck where that last that blower did help to blow those loons back towards that air defence. So that's Queen Walk from Barndo 82. Still a fair bit of room. I think there's about 30 seconds left. That's another thing you've got to be highly aware of is time for your Queen Walks. Can be the one big problem. Last thing I want to show is the attack on number 18. That's from Pirate. Now, this wasn't a super hard base. It wasn't a max base or anything like that. I just want to show some of the thinking that our guys do. 2 lightnings, 1 earthquake on a air defense is going to kill it now with the change in spells, and then you can do something like Clan Castle Hogs with a heal, or you could use Clan Castle Loons with a rage or a heal and get into it like that. So the idea was to draw the Clan Castle at the start. That's pretty standard. Lightning, earthquake, lightning. So that's killed that and gotten rid of that altogether. The CC's then taken to the start with an archer. You got to remember, when you do have a dragon, you don't just plop 4 dragons down at once, as obviously it does splash damage. So you've got to make sure you do get the spread on those dragons. A few minions to herding your cattle, get them going. A few minions on the side there. Now this is where the Clan Castle hogs have come out and you've dropped the heel. Now what's good about this is you can see that now that's healing those 4 hogs, these loons, and the dragons that come into range. And the hogs will keep going for a bit of time, so do the loons. Dragons have been topped up, so out comes the king. It was all game over by then. So yeah, just keep in mind for Town Hall 8, it's not just a matter of using dragons with rage, it's not a matter of lightning out 1 and air defense now. You've got all these options, all these spells. Yeah, so that was the war from us, 67 to 61. The old Ruskies got a bit of a beating. So yeah, any feedback let me know, and I hope the sound come across a lot better this time. Clash on.